Namaste everyone. This is me, Dr. Rukma Rajendran from Divine Veda. Divine Veda as a team is on for a mission to make Ayurveda heard throughout the world. As we already announced, we have started a new WhatsApp group. Its link you can find in the description box given below. And the purpose of this WhatsApp group is to mentor the subscribers on a day to day basis on their health and fitness. As we already said, we are giving gift vouchers worth rupees 1000 for an active subscriber in every week. And stay tuned till the end of this video to know who is that active subscriber. Thyroid is a small butterfly-shaped gland. It is situated at front of your neck. It produces two types of hormones, T3 that is triiodothyronine and T4 that is thyroxine. The more details regarding thyroid gland you can find in our previous video. These hormones plays an important role in one's health and affects all aspects of metabolism. When the thyroid glands doesn't produce enough hormones, it upsets the balance of chemical reactions in the body. An underactive thyroid is called as hypothyroidism. It is a condition in which the thyroid glands does not produce enough hormones as it should be. The thyroid glands releases the thyroid hormones into the bloodstreams when it receives the TSH, that is the thyroid stimulating hormones. Hormones have been sent from the pituitary glands when the thyroid hormone levels are very low. The types of hypothyroidism. Primary hypothyroidism. Sometimes the thyroid glands doesn't release hormones in spite of the presence of TSH. The causes for primary hypothyroidism will be iodine deficiency, genetic disorders, some kind of surgeries, certain medications. Secondary hypothyroidism. Sometimes the thyroid glands doesn't receive enough TSH signals. These happens when the pituitary gland is not working properly. Other type of hypothyroidism, postpartum hypothyroidism. In some women, hypothyroidism can be present during and after the pregnancy. Other causes, some of the congenital diseases, the baby will be formed without a thyroid gland or with an inactive thyroid gland. Tumors, radiation therapy, autoimmune disease, wrong lifestyle habits, and diet. The signs and symptoms of hypothyroidism will be fatigue, weight gain, dryness in the skin, puffy face, increased sensitivity to cold, hoarseness of voice, thinning of the hair, constipation, pain in the joints, enlarged thyroid glands, depression, elevated blood cholesterol, slow heart rate. No disease explained in Ayurveda can be directly correlated with the hypothyroidism. If you see the pathogenesis and the symptoms of the hypothyroidism, it can be correlated with the following conditions. Udana Vritta Samana. It is a condition in which the subtype of the Vata, that is the Udana Vata, which is located in the chest and the neck, will get aggravated and it envelops or covers the Samana Vata in the gut, which will be resulting in the weakening of the functioning of Samana Vata, and thus the metabolism rate will be slow. Kapha Avritta Udhana. The thyroid gland is located in the neck and which is the seat of Udana Vata, as the Kapha dosha which is covering this Udana Vata will cause the thyroid gland to produce less hormones. This will cause the deterioration of the metabolism and thus the hypothyroidism marks. Kapha Vriddhi. As the Kapha dosha increases, it destroys the digestive fires and the Dhatu Agni, which will impair the metabolism. Medo Vriddhi, that means the increase of the fat tissues, and it is one of the symptoms in hypothyroidism, that is the obesity or the weight gain. Agni Mantyam, as already been explained, due to several causes, the metabolism is disturbed. Kapha Avrita Apana, that is when the Kapha dosha, which is blocking the function of Apana Vata, which is a major Vata for the reproduction. Thus, in this condition, there will be amenorrhea. Now let's see the symptoms according to Ayurveda in each bodily channels and the tissues. Rasadhatu and Rasavahasrotas. The root of channels carrying the Rasadhatu is the heart or the Hridayam. Insufficient thyroid hormones slow down the heart rate and reduces the elasticity of the arteries and increases the blood pressure. Also, amenorrhea, less production of the breast milk, Rakta Dhatu or Rakta Vahasrotas. Due to the decreased metabolism, it causes the accumulation of the fats in the body, and the root of the channels of blood is the liver or the yekrit. It causes non-alcoholic fatty liver diseases. In Mamsa Dhatu and Mamsa Vahasrotas, there will be symptoms like Galaganda, that is the goiter or the muscle pain. Meta Dhatu and Meta Vahasrotas, here the weight gain or the obesity is majorly seen. Asti Dhatu and Asti Vahasrotas, here it reduces the bone mineral density and increases the risk of fracture. Majja Dhatu and Majja Vahasrotas, Majja, which means the bone marrow. Here, it causes joint pains and other neurological conditions like fatigue, fainting, blurred vision, pain, numbness, depression. Shukra Dhatu and Shukra Vahasrotas. Here, the major symptom will be loss of interest in sex, impotency, infertility, low sperm count. Purisha Vahasrotas, it causes constipation, flatulence. Shveda Vahasrotas, there will be lack of sweating. Prana Vahasrotas, there will be difficulty in breathing. Anna Vahasrotas, aversion to food and difficulty in swallowing due to the goiter. The treatment protocol in Udana Avrita Samana. Here the Udana Vata is associated with the Ama. Therefore, the Ama should be treated at first and then only the Vata is treated. For correcting Ama, one should follow fasting, Shvedana Karma, administration of Deepana Pajana medicines, Vamana Karma has to be done. Then we should plan to strengthen the weakened Samana Vata. And in Kafana Vrita Udhana, here the Kapha dosham will be associated with Ama. So here also the Ama is treated at first, then followed by the Kapha dosham, which is followed by the Udhanavata treatment. For correcting Kapha dosha, we can give Vamana, Virechana, etc. And for correction of the Udana Vata, we can give Virechana and Vasti. The single herbs which can be useful are Kanchanara, Ashwagandha, Varuna, Gugulu, Brahmi, Shigru, Aragvada. The diagnosis is made with the clinical symptoms as well as the blood test which will show the TSH level and low level of thyroxine, that is T4, and high level of TSH indicates the hypothyroidism. The TSH is also used to diagnose the condition called subclinical hypothyroidism. Now let's see about the diet. The symptoms of hypothyroidism can be minimized and we can maintain a healthy weight by following a thyroid-friendly diet. So plan your diet which is low in fat with a good balance of carbohydrates, proteins, that is include fruits, vegetables, dairy, whole grains and some kind of lean proteins. The fruits like banana, berries, orange, all cooked vegetables can be used except the cruciferous vegetables. Whole grains like brown rice, flax seeds, chia seeds. Include probiotics in your diet as it will be improving the metabolism and it will give you the better digestion. Like buttermilk, yogurts. The more details regarding probiotics will be explained in our upcoming videos. So include nuts, salmon fish, meats. Avoid foods like cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, spinach, potatoes, sweet potatoes, strawberries, peaches, peanuts, soya foods, processed foods. Limit the intake of the fibers. Avoid alcohol. Home remedies. Take 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar and honey in equal quantity. Mix in warm water and consume this in the empty stomach. Ginger tea with honey can also be taken twice a day after food. Ashwagandha mixed with milk can also be taken in the night. Golden milk, that is the turmeric milk, can also be taken. The lifestyle modifications which has to be made are take enough rest, sleep for at least 7 to 8 hours every night. Practice yogasanas and meditations. Follow yogasanas like Matsyasana, Surya Namaskara, Sarvangasana, Viparita Karniyasana. A combination of right nutrients and the right medication is also important for helping in restoring the thyroid function and minimizing the symptoms. And now it's time to announce our lucky active subscriber. And the lucky active subscriber is Chidambar K. Congrats, Chidambar. Thanks for your support, and we expect the same in the upcoming videos as well. The lucky winner should get in touch with Divine Veda team by sending an email to contact@divineveda.com. Until we meet next time with a new video, this is me, Dr. Rukma Rajendran, signing off. Stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.